So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips that will help you to prepare for mediation when you find yourself having to go to mediation with the covert narcissist. Make sure you stay to the end of the video so that you will get all 3 tips and you will not miss any. Hey there, for those of you who are returning back, welcome. And for those of you who are watching for the first time, my name is Nasheia Smith and I'm an attorney. In addition to being an attorney, I'm also a life coach, a speaker, and an author. On this channel, I help Christians navigate custody battles with covert narcissists and help them realize that they do not have to fight this battle alone. This channel is different from some of the other legal channels or narcissistic channels that you may come across, in the sense that I approach this topic from a biblical perspective. And I produce content that is easy to digest, take into account the cognitive and emotional effects of narcissistic abuse. So the reason why I wanted to make a video talking about how to prepare for mediation against a covert narcissist is because I actually spoke to a former client of mine who called me with a concern that she had as it pertained to a legal custody issue. And based on the conversation that we had, she brought up the fact that she may have to go to mediation because there was a mediation provision in her custody order, and she's a little nervous about it because the co-parent is a bully. And so if you can relate to that, hit the like button and let me know, okay? If you can relate to my former client, then you're definitely going to find this video helpful, and you're going to find yourself being able to just be a little bit more confident before you go into that mediation session. This information is important to know because you will have more confidence and you will worry less going into the mediation session because you will know what to expect. So with that being said, here are 3 tips that you can, 3 things that you can do to prepare for mediation when you have mediation against a covert narcissist. All right, number 1. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to choose a mediator that has experience with high conflict personalities. And so if you are going to mediation, a private mediation, this is something that you could do a search on your own. If the court orders you to go to mediation, there should be the information given in like the order from the court, and you should contact that mediator and ask them if they have experience with high conflict personalities. And the reason why you want to have a mediator who has experience with high conflict personalities is because that mediator is going to be aware of the bullying tactics and the manipulation that covert narcissists may try to do, and they will put it into that, right? Because they have experience working with that. And another reason why you want to select a mediator that has experience with high conflict personalities is because the mediator will be able to bring the mediation back to a sense of calm when things get heated, okay? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2. You want to focus on your goals and focus on what's in the best interest of the child. So oftentimes when you're in mediation with a covert narcissist, it can be difficult to stay focused on the goals because you may have to deal with the narcissist's outbursts or bullying tactics, and that can make you lose sight of what you were there for in the first place, which is to try to reach an agreement as best as you can. And so you want to focus on your goals and understand that you don't have to be intimidated by their bullying tactics. And also, do not match their energy. So if they're going to be irate, aggressive, yelling, screaming, you do not have to match their energy. But what that also means is that you don't have to sit there and take their abuse either. And so when things get heated, you can let the mediator know and ask for a break. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed, you can ask for a break so that you can collect your thoughts and just get back to a sense of calm before you approach the mediation session again. So that's tip number 2. Focus on your goals. Try not to get sidetracked by the covert narcissist antics. Tip number 3, you want to guard your mind prior to the mediation session. And so I definitely wanted to highlight this one, spend a few more moments talking about this one because this is very important. And so what do I mean by this? I mean by going to therapy and learning coping strategies that you can use during a mediation session. I also mean praying. So praying prior to the mediation session, praying on your way into the mediation session, and also just meditating on that anchor scripture that will help you to maintain your peace and sanity even in the midst of chaos. Because we know that when you are co-parenting with a covert narcissist, there's going to be chaos, right? And we know that we cannot control people. But what we can control is our own thoughts and our own emotions. And so I would encourage you to find 2 or 3 anchor scriptures that you can use to meditate on to help you keep your sense of sanity even in the midst of chaos. So let's do a quick recap before we end the video. So tip number 1, choose a mediator that has experience with high conflict personalities. Tip number 2, focus on your goals and the best interest of the child. And tip number 3, guard your mind prior to entering the mediation session. If you found this video to be helpful, please let me know by hitting the like button. And until next time, remember, you do not have to walk this journey alone. Let me hold your hand and walk with you as we both follow Christ. Take care. Bye-bye.